Sheesh, what a world. I wanted to go over a few things that I had acquired from Timu and wanted to talk about a few other things. One thing that I got was a little selfie mount that it was like dollar or two. I don't know how much it was. It was very cheap and it'll probably break. It's all plastic and crappy, but if it works for what I need it to work with, who cares? Um, like I said, it's got a little nut here and a nut here that you can move it around the way that you want it. You can grip it onto something, you know, if I was to grip it and then stick it, whatever, get a good angle. I just thought it was cheap for a dollar or two. Why not grab something like that up, even if it does get broke, which even if it's the nicest selfie sticks that you're going to buy and you're a skateboarder, at least a good chance that you're going to break something. And I got another one. I got it in pink. I'm sure you guys have seen these, the selfie stick type selfie holder. These flip out. You stick your phone in there. It gets bigger and smaller. Or you can, uh, yeah, whatever. And it's plastic here again. And it goes all the way out. Look at me. And the base folds out. How much this is going to stay like this with a phone on it as I do any tricks. I might have to weigh down the bottom, or it might not even be uh, the accessibility or the accessory that I need. This might just be a piece of garbage. Like I ride around with it and do tricks and whatever. I don't know. But again, it was only a few dollars. I got these risers. I got four risers, and they were so cheap. They were like a quarter each, maybe. I don't know. They weren't significant enough to say the price because they're not expensive at all. But they look like they would absorb a little bit of shock. These look like a quarter inch, but they had different sizes for maybe half and then quarter. I'm not sure. But for what they feel like, they're pretty shock absorbing for impact. So I might give them a try to hook myself down some stuff. I got another one of these ratchet wrenches in the package. This one has the threader on it. Um, it's premium skateboard tool. The ratchet. These are like $6 or $7, and you can't go wrong because uh, the other ones are at least 25, if not more expensive. And to me, from what I've found out with my friends, they're the exact same. I bought another little. It was like $1.90 is $2 for this. Again, they go for a little bit more than that. And I bought another pair or another set of these bearings because they are my favorite bearings off of Temu. I just opened them. They come with the speed washers. They're always green. And I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but these are pretty fast bearings right out of the get-go. God damn it, the speed washers always fall down in the little. I just lost one. And it's still in there. Get out of there. But I like the bearings, and I like to use this Bronson Speed Cream. The last ones that I used, I put the Speed Cream in, and it's great. But the before I skated them without the Speed Cream, they were great. So that is what that is. Um, but the Bronson Speed Cream, it's just as good as the PAL Speed Cream, the Bones. I got these two little enameled Misfits pens. They were like 98 cents each. You just put those with the rest of my collection of pins. I bought a few different pins from them. Like I got this Bowie because I love Bowie, but that looks more like a Cliver or the Jason Lee art. But there was another pro writer that had this uh, that I think was the Cliver art. Any which way, cool pin, which doesn't say nothing about Bowie, but you know you get it. And how can you not like this pin? If you sell these pins for 98 cents, like I said, I went to that Circle Jerks Descendant show and the pins were $8. These were 98 cents or yeah, that sucks for bands, you know, but these bands, I don't even, well, the Misfits are touring right now. They're touring right now, the original Misfits. So, but I don't know. Maybe I should just start sending these people that when I buy this shit, send them $8, huh? I got a Megadeth Dave Mustaine band. I have some primitive Megadeth boards. I thought that might be if I did like a giveaway or something, or if I had a contest at the park, board and a pin with it. Then you could whatever. It's not like these guys were a new band from today. Um, I did get this. I got two of them. One's in the package. I believe I might have showed you this before. It is a DGK making something out of nothing hat. I believe this hat was like $3 or $4. Snapback. I never look good in hats. Oh, it's got some writing at it on the bottom. It's a hat. What do you say? $3 or $4. Again, I'm sure Stevie Williams would come to my house and beat me up. But I think when it comes to skateboarding in the industry, any publicity is good publicity. Nobody likes to lose money, but I think the way skateboarding has fluctuated, a hat or two off the side's not killing the company. I always promote supporting your local skate shops and skate companies. 1,000,000%. And I'm still on the fence of how I feel about these products. You know, this is a new product. Like I said about the Misfits, even though the fact that they're touring right now, it's not such a new thing. And if you have a skate tool, that's not really like, oh my God, the leading skate tool manufacturers are pissed off at you because you're buying a skate tool that they buy, put their name on, and then now it's $14 more. So the market's funny right now. I bought these rails, skateboard rails that I guess they were a dupe ripoff of Cell Blocks, and so these are very, very strange rails. Like, I'm pretty sure if I hit them as hard as I could on the table, they would snap. Like, I can take some other rails out that I have. I should weigh them and compare them because they feel so heavy. They're made out of a weird plastic, but to tell you the truth, they're rails. And as long as you're not like ollieing off 5 stairs and lip sliding on some concrete or maybe destroying a rail, they just feel like they'll snap. Maybe I should just snap them. But I don't know. They look, they're just wonky, maybe. Wonky. They're long. They're wonky. They're heavy. They feel like they're made out of a weird plastic. But to shit on them is wrong. I've never tried them. So I'm not going to do that. They could be great, but they're heavy. You know, that's one thing I can say without even putting them on. I got like 3 sets of rails over here. I could show you. It's the last set of creature rails that I bought. The little indentions in them. Or there's enjoy rails with the finger. You know, those are, they might be a little bit skinnier than those. And cell blocks are bigger, but they're heavy. That is what that is. I actually bought 40 more of those Taurus bags. You know what I showed you? The place from Ontario, Canada, that they sell you these skateboard storage bags that profess to have no acid, recyclable, premium. I don't have the schematics on them because they're freaking skateboard bags. You put your bag in there, but they fit old school boards and they have the double ziplock at the top, which that seems like for peace of mind, that's good. For in practicality, I guess if you're having maybe humid temperatures. And I wanted to show you another thing that I bought. This would be the last kind of weird thing, other than I did get something else. This I thought was weird because the nostalgia of skateboarding to me is what really keeps me driving. I wish I could skate more. I'm 48 years old, so it's hard for me to just, I have to ride my bike, warm up, stretch, skateboard. I have to do a lot before I can get out. And I mean, not that I'm complaining. I love skateboarding every day and I'll do it. My body's nothing. I'll throw my body. That's a thing about a skateboarder. You'll huck yourself off of 8, 10 stairs repeatedly with hope and faith. That's not somebody that's like, oh, my knee feels like it's got a crank in it. I'm not going to do anything. Skateboarders are hard mugs. We're nails and throw hammers. But I found this piece of grip tape, which hit my nostalgia so hard that I ended up buying a bunch of them. And then when I got them, realizing that sometimes you don't get the greatest product from Temu. Like, is the graphic okay? Sure, the graphic looks fine. But the way the grip tape was sent and packaged, and it's just cheap. And if you skate, you know. But this is the grip tape here. The Matt Hensley grip tape from H Street. I believe it says 89. But you can tell if you look at the grip tape on the sides, it is peeling up off of the from being packaged like so. You can actually see all the way through it. And I wanted to hang this or at least have one open because I bought a few of them. Because to me, like the nostalgia is more than just gripping. And plus, I think they're only in 8. So, but any which way, I dig it. You know, I dig it. even though it's cheap and crappy. And when I took it out of the package, it made my room smell for like 2 days. I almost took it outside because it wasn't the greatest. I've been playing a lot of drums lately. Uh, I got a package that I was blessed with a few days ago of a certain amount of boards, but they were all the same board. And I got 12 of them. And I've been wanting to do like a contest at my local or a giveaway. I'm not really asking anything. I just want stuff to go to the right person, like all skateboarders do. We all want to help out. w- Um, in this skateboard community, which sets us aside from a lot of people, um, is the fact that there's no level of separation of who is a skateboarder. We always separate how good you are by if you're a professional or if you are an amateur. But as the years progress, we see things happen in skateboarding that is outside of that rank of amateur and professional. I think Jamie Griffith is a really good example of this. But the overwhelming amount of support, I think, surpasses the hate. Everybody hates everything. But in skateboarding, when you see somebody that's trying and is less fortunate than you, maybe not less fortunate, maybe just a little less knowledgeable. As a skateboarder, you're happy to teach that knowledge on to somebody to see them prevail in their trick. Succession. That's the progression, is succession. The natural, um, it takes time. I've heard of a lot of YouTubers that do tutorial videos talk about you have the ability, but now you have to focus on the time that it takes to get this ability to where you're at in your mind. Your mind's saying, I should have it, but your body and time gives your ability. If it was easy, you would never be learning because you only learn when things are hard. That's why it's learning. It's a hard thing uh, to focus, to know, to see other people do it, but your body just telling you can't. And it's not telling you you can't, it's just telling you you're not focusing in the right area. You always can. Just takes time. Well, anyway, I know I went off on a tangent, but that will soon come back to play. So I've just grabbed a few of those boards. Um, these boards I've already showed you, and they just happen to be all the same. They're 8.5. They all have different top graphics. Red stain, red stain. I guess I grabbed it wrong. This has an orange. This has a blue. Some have mauve. Um, it's got a pretty nice rounded tail. It kind of has what looks like a cruiser shape, but it is a functional shape to skate with. The graphics pretty cool. That is Sean Cliver art. Like I said, I got 12 of them now, and thank you very much. That's probably one of the best things that ever happened to me to get 12 boards. Well, I only got 10. I already had two, the ones that I shown you. But I thought that was really dope. But I'd like to get into something that I've been seeing really weird on YouTube lately, and I don't really try to jump in on drama, but I'm not afraid to, like what do I got to lose? You know, I don't know how many people out there wonder how good of a skateboarder I am, or if I started posting stuff showing you tricks that I do, if that would change the persona of how you know me. You know, say I go out and I struggle doing a boneless. Does that make me less of a skateboarder because I'm doing a boneless? Let's say I go out and I do a 360 underflip with my back toe and I landed. Uh, who was doing that recently? They had it at the Battle of the Barracks, but there's one, Cody Cepeda. He was going out and he was doing that trick, and I believe it's an old Gershon Mosley's trick because he's the first one I seen have it in an ad in a magazine. But I learned this trick a long time ago. But it doesn't matter if I do it or not. If I do that trick, will that make you think that I'm a better person? Maybe a kook because I do maybe a off the wall trick that you hardly ever see anybody do anymore, like a pressure flip or a ollie impossible, front footed impossible. See, there's some that are coming straight back. If I go out and do a 360 flip instead of the boneless, do you think of me different? And anywhere in the community of skateboarding, because I did the boneless, would you consider me a poser? Or think less of me? Or think maybe my review isn't good of the grip tape, because I'm not skating on the grip tape. Or maybe when you see these videos of people learning how to skateboard and they can barely do ollies, but they're padded up and they're giving their time and they're taking their time to actually care about the sport that they're doing, sport or just avant-garde art piece, whatever they're doing to get out, to get into, keeping a softball bat out of their hand and a skateboard under their feet. Isn't that appreciative? Or is that automatic poser? Because they can't ollie, but they're trying, or they can't, or they're showing you. I mean, how vulnerable does that have to make one person to go out and show you things, or even to get on YouTube for any matter? Well, that brings up a guy that I've been watching on the internet for a minute that I've stopped watching. I won't watch his videos anymore, and his name is Dan Webz. He's been putting on these videos that are asking if certain people are good skateboarders. Like, how good is this guy? And the people that he's doing it with are usually YouTube creators that are already established with whatever skateboarding. I mean, you can judge for yourself. You don't need somebody to ask. I mean, I've seen Dan Webb skate, and I've seen these YouTubers skate, and it seems like it's just certain YouTubers. It's not all YouTubers. And I just would like to know why he's doing this to certain YouTubers. And here's a few YouTubers I would like to see him do it to. I would like to see you ask how good Lamont Holt is. I'd like to see you see how good Brian Arnett is. Or maybe Dan Corrigan. You can put a whole video out on how good Dan Corrigan is and if he's even good at skateboarding. And I would say Ricky Glazer or Ricky Glaza, but you've tried to put him through so much mud with saying and trust me, I still don't listen to your broadcasts, but at the same time, I hear this from other people that are these creators, and I just don't understand it. Again, Dan Webz, I've seen you skateboard, and I'm not saying that you're a good or bad skateboarder, but I ask this proposition. The next time you do a video on how good YouTube skateboarders are, why don't you do it about Tom Asta? You can ask everybody how good Tom Asta is. I know he doesn't do reactions to skateboarding, but he's a YouTube creator that does skateboarding. I think it's getting ridiculous and kind of slanderous, and your content's not that good to be crapping on people in a community that we're supposed to be supporting. Anyway, good luck on your endeavors. But I can tell you some of the people that I listed are out of your league. Anyway, I know I don't like to talk about stuff like that, but I can tell you, Dan Webbs, if you did come this way and was like, I wonder how good he is, just some guy sitting in his room, I guarantee any day, bud, and I'm 48, I guarantee I would give you a run for your money. And how strange that would be, you know, for a clout chaser just to get pwned by a random nobody doing a Temu order. And the sad thing is there's 100 people like me that just never speak up. And I'm not coming at you or saying anything about you. I'm glad that you're a skateboarder and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. But when it comes to calling out certain creators for zero reason except for rage baiting, it just seems nonsensical. So, good luck with what you do. And I cannot wait to see Sharney's Road to Pro. I mean, there's another one. I mean, why don't you go to somebody that actually is just an amazing skateboarder, like, I don't know, half the people you were asking about? Do you think these people are jokes? Don't make skateboard YouTube people jokes. They're actually doing something. And because you're not involved, it doesn't mean that you can sit back and shit on them. You shit and burnt bridges in ways I don't think you can come back from. So maybe you can talk about bearings next time and show us how fast the bearings are. Should get a pair of these. Any which way, I wish him the best. And I wish all the YouTube creators the best. But I kind of feel offended when it comes down to if this person's good or if that person's good. Uh, Most of them skate every time on their channel, and some of the people that he did this to are like starting a street league for YouTube that is changing the way YouTube is even being represented, and there's massive skating. How about the Dern brothers? Why don't you make a little video and see how good the Dern brothers are? How ridiculous. Anyway, I'm tired of fucking dealing with that stupid shit. Can you just cut it out? But I think I'm going to set up one of these strange love boards. Go right around. Actually, to tell you the truth, I've been going through some depression lately, and I haven't been able to get to my potential. And if it wasn't for skateboarding, I don't know what I would do. It gets me at least 99% through my days. Skateboarding does, you know? And if I had somebody telling me that I'm not a good skateboarder or I don't belong in skateboarding because of some of the content that I did, it would hurt me very much. And it would be, and like I said, I don't watch him. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's saying, is this person a good at skateboarding? And then he collabs with them and they're buddy buddy and they both go out and play a game of skate. I don't know. Maybe I should learn more. But anyway, that irked me. I wonder if I could come back from it, you know? Go drink another cup of coffee. But Timu also sells these button racks that you can buy and set up all your buttons. This one came in like a 5 panel, and I just grabbed it, like hooks on here, and it's got the holes in it that you can put your buttons together and then shoot the back fell off of that one. And then it looks like this. Then they all hook together and you can hang them. This one has 5 panels. I still don't think it's enough for as many buttons as I have. But I thought that was cool that you could just hang it from the door at the end. I still have a few other things that I got set up that I want to do stuff with, man, but I'd like to get more involved in giving back to things. I know I just don't have a direct link to doing fun things. I think fun is has to be a part of it. We're skateboarders, the other part's falling and hurting. But anyway, take care of yourself and Dan Webs, you can kiss my balls.